All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and the Summoner returns to Destiny 2 Trials of Osiris starting this weekend. If you go flawless, you can get the Adept Summoner. This is not it right here, but it does have the new Alacrity Origin trait, which is extremely strong, especially for Rumble. Gain increased reload stability, aim assist, and range when you're the last living member of your fire team or running solo, which is just at all times. It has 100% uptime in Rumble. Very, very strong. In today's video, I'm going to go over the complete God Roll guide for the Summoner Adept, so that way if you do venture into trials through the Void 3.0, Invisibility, Overshield, Child of the Old Gods, Insanity, if you do make it to the Lighthouse, hopefully you might acquire one of these God Rolls. So first up, we're going to go over the PvP God Roll. We're going to go look for this roll right here is what I believe to be the absolute best in PvP. We have Elemental Capacitor, which obviously right now you're going to be using Void, which is going to add a bunch of stability to this weapon. And when you're firing an auto rifle or firing a pulse rifle for that matter, anything that's full auto, you want it to be as much of a laser gun as possible, so that way you can hit all the crits, optimizing your time to kill. So I think Elemental Capacitor is the best perk in option here. However, there are definitely some valid arguments that could be made for Rampage or even for Focus Fury for PvP. However, I'm going to choose Elemental Capacitor because I prefer to focus my perks on first kill perks rather than second kill perks, because I'm usually using my weapons in endgame content like Trials. I don't really care to have perks like Rampage or some things that are really, really strong if you're doing like sixes. I find myself spending more time in endgame content rather than casual quick play content. Then the next perk in slot, regardless of what you're playing, the absolute best perk is for sure Dynamic Sway Reduction. This makes this weapon a laser gun. It's so very, very good. This has been known to be the best perk for auto rifles for a long time now, so definitely there's no dispute here. Dynamic Sway, best perk in slot. Then moving on to the next slot, I would personally choose Ricochet rounds because you get that plus boost to range and to stability. However, I will say that high caliber rounds is really, really nice for flinching people. I have used the Summoner with high caliber rounds, and the flinch on people is hilarious. Watching people try to snipe you and shots flying off into the sunset is crazy. Moving into the next column, you could definitely go the max range route, which is what I would probably prefer, or the fluted barrel route isn't half bad either. Either one is really good. I think that after you get past the maximum stability threshold, when you have like the weapon at a complete laser gun, then you kind of just want to focus all on range. You know, first things first, stability, recoil, turn this weapon into a laser gun. After you get it to nearly a laser gun, then focus on range, which is why I would then go on to have a range masterwork. That would probably be the goal for this weapon. And that would be the PvP God Roll, in my opinion. If you're lucky enough to get this, I am very envious of you. Now moving on to the PvE God Roll. This is what I would believe to be the PvE God Roll for the Adept Summoner. If you're lucky enough to get this, this thing will be a beast in Grandmasters this season. I am definitely looking to get this. We have this new damage boosting perk called Focus Fury, and this is actually a really good perk. What you can do is shoot half the magazine into an enemy, like when you're shooting an enemy in Grandmasters, like even one red bar seems to take like an entire magazine, right? Well, in the process of shooting that red bar, you will proc Focus Fury. You can reload this weapon after you get the damage perk proc, and the timer will continue, and the damage boost for 20% will continue throughout the entirety of the magazine of this weapon. This is definitely a really strong damage boosting perk and will probably work out really, really well for Grandmasters. I would pair with this Overflow, and you might think that, well, if you overflow it, you'll make the magazine twice as big, and then it'll take a lot longer to proc Focused Fury. However, that's not how it works. When you do get the Overflow magazine, it still takes the same amount of bullets that it would take for the normal magazine to proc Focus Fury. So basically, if you were to use this magazine and get Overflow, you would just have a massive magazine that would be fully buffed by the Focus Fury perk, giving you almost perfect synergy for endgame content. Overflow and Focus Fury is my choice of selection for PvE God Roll for the Summoner Adept. Moving on to the magazine, I'll probably pick Appended Mag because we're trying to get as big a magazine as possible when we get that Overflow. After that point in time, we are going to go for as much range as possible. We're going for Hammer Forge Rifling and a Range Masterwork. That would be the PvE God Roll. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get one of the God Rolls of either or. With that being said, now enjoy some gameplay with the Reprise Summoner using the Alacrity perk in Rumble. Alright, let's do this. Go. Oh shit, he's gonna die to that nade at least. Rip. Of course the ape comes out after I throw the nade. You think he would backpedal, but no. He's one shot, he's hit by a grenade. Now is the time to push forward. Rip. Rip Brian. Later. Ape is strong in this one. Okay. What are you gonna do, Titan? Put a wall up? Okay. Now what? You didn't even get the overshield, though. What was the point? Come on down. Later. No shot you hit me with that snipe, Titan. No shot. Buddy boy. Oh! I got shot in the side. Got a little too reckless with that. The inner accuracy is not quite there. I don't even think I put Icarus on this. I think I put counterbalance stock, so jumping in the air is probably not the smartest play. You just tried to fusion me from that far away, and I am disturbed. Because, not just because you tried, but because it could have actually worked. That's the world we live in with fusions now. Ah, the ape. What did he just get? A rocket? Where did his rocket go? Did it go off the map? That's funny. Paying attention to that kill feed. Let's go. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Where you at, gamer? Ah, rip. Titan. Oof. Barely won that gunfight. That was a good one, though, because that made it 15-13 instead of 14-14. So that's giving me the advantage I need to potentially win this game. If everyone would stop running away from me, that is. Now Ryan gets another kill because no one's running towards me. Get over here, you goofballs. Yes, another big kill on the second place player there. It's going to give me a 3 lead. What? Okay. I'm not trying to ape you, but you leave me no option, Titan. Oh, I can't believe I won that gunfight. 1000% should have lost that one. Okay. Rip. Oh, the bubble goes down. No, not the bubble. No. The horror. Should I try to fight the bubble with my Spectral for the YouTube video? Is that the play? Nah. Hey. Where are you gonna blink to? Alright, I'm gonna kill you with my Spectral, because that would be kind of neat. Maybe. Another bubble? What? I just wanted to use my Spectral because I almost never get this thing anymore. A Crisis inverted drops, but that was some gameplay with the Summoner, the newly reprised Summoner now, that drops with this Alacrity Origin trade. Gain increased reload stability, aim assist, and range when you're the last living member of your fire team or running solo. Really strong, along with, of course, Dynamic Sway, always a good option. This is not a God roll by any means, but it was a decent roll, and definitely the Summoner is a lot of fun to use in PvP. If you enjoyed this gameplay and this video, make sure to subscribe with notifications on, smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.